I build my body for me, and it's always been about improving my health and to improve my quality of life. I was overweight, I was asthmatic, and I really struggled fitting in at school. Fitness became something for me that allowed me to break through that barrier and become more confident. A bodybuilder to me is somebody who builds their body to not only improve their physical appearance, to build more muscle, but it's definitely to improve the quality of their life. And what comes with that is confidence. And so building my body has become more than just about how I look in the mirror. It's become far more over the years of looking inwards and understanding how it's benefiting my life, that it's become something that I can continue for years to come. It always comes back to, am I happy with what I've achieved within myself, the effort that I've put in? And if I can say yes, then I've won regardless of what I've done. The fitness lifestyle, the bodybuilding lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, to me, it's become easier because it's not a chore. It's not something I have to do. It's not something I wake up and I think about doing it. It just happens because of the years of repetition, of waking up and doing the things that make me feel good, and it's totally worth it. Like, it's not even a question because the reward is there. Build dedication, build direction. Build your body, build your life. Bodybuilding.com.
It felt like I was drowning, and I couldn't keep my head above water. Fitness is actually what saved my life. Several years ago, I found myself very involved and obsessed with the way that I looked in every aspect of my life, the way that I ate, the way that I drank, what I did in my daily life. So I made the decision to enter treatment for eating disorders. While I was in treatment, not only learning aspects of nutrition that I didn't know, I also found the sport of powerlifting. That shift in my brain was a weight lifted from my shoulders. I wasn't constantly concerned about every microgram of food that was going in my mouth. I was just wanting to be better and stronger and healthier. I build my body to be as strong, healthy, and happy as I possibly can be. I am definitely the happiest and healthiest I've ever been. I feel empowered, I feel capable, and I feel strong. The mindset.
What's up, guys? Welcome to your Flex Friday workout of the day. I'm Trainer Mike, and we're back here at the Bodybuilding.com corporate headquarters for a back workout. So it's been a couple weeks, and we wanted to bring you a brutal back workout to bring into your weekend. So for those of you who are looking for that great workout to do coming into your weekend, give this back workout a try. So back is one of those muscle groups that a lot of people tend to neglect, right? It's not one of your mirror muscles. A lot of people don't see their back that often, and so they don't focus on it enough. So we're going to take you through a workout today that's going to hit the back from all angles, all rep ranges, to build that overall complete back that you're looking for. So starting off today with some T-bar rows. Now, when it comes to back, I'm either going to start off with a deadlift or a T-bar row for the most part. I'm going to do something that's really going to challenge my entire posterior chain or back of my body. Now, since I've hit legs twice this week already, I've decided to lay off the deadlifts, but just keep that in mind that when we start a back workout, we like to start it with something a little more compound. Usually either it's a deadlift, a T-bar row, or maybe a pull-up. And we're gonna do pull-ups here in a minute. So we're already all warmed up. We're ready to go. This is a T-bar row that we're gonna do, and we're gonna do 4 sets of 8 reps. So we're gonna start off, first set of 8 reps here. You'll notice I've got 25-pound plates on here. Now the reason why I do that is not because I'm not strong enough for the 45s. I can lift some 45s, but the reason why we do 25-pound plates is because it allows us to get a little greater range of motion. We're actually gonna be able to pull the weight in a little further, really squeeze our shoulder blades together to get that great contraction. So here we go, first set of 8. Let's get this thing done. There it is, first set done. So starting off with something like a T-bar row, again, because it's not a chest supported row, it's gonna allow us to use the whole backside of our body. Not only are we using our back here, but we're also really engaging glutes and hamstrings as well. And it's a good functional movement. Puts you in a good position to get better at life. So way too light there, but a good first set. We're gonna throw in a couple more 25s here. So it's always helpful if you guys have one of these landmines that you can use for the T-bar rows. Some gyms have them, some gyms don't, but definitely makes it a lot easier. I don't always recommend just throwing the barbell in the corner of a room. It's really hard on the walls, on the paint, but if you have one of these landmines, it makes it much easier to accomplish the T-bar row. So we're ready to get that second set. We're actually not even going to count that first set. That was too light. So let's go 4 sets of 8, starting now. T-bar rows. Let's do this. So there it is, guys. Heavy compound for our first movements, and as per usual, as the workout progresses, we're gonna get a little lighter. We're gonna focus a little more on tempo. We're gonna try and drive a lot of volume into the muscles. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and comment. Happy to answer them for you. Now, one thing you guys will notice is we're wearing straps today, okay? And I'm gonna wear straps when I'm focusing on back, so I can really help try and take my arms out of it, save my grip. I've got a lot of work to do today, and if I try going without straps, it's likely that my forearms are gonna give out before I get the back workout I want. Woo! You'll notice an exercise like T-bar rows, very compound. It's gonna take a little more out of you. It's gonna take your breath away a little bit, get the heart rate a little higher than something more isolated. Ready for set 2? Let's do this thing. It always seems like I'm making so much noise when there's nobody in the gym. And maybe I just am making a lot of noise. I don't know. What are you guys training this weekend? I want to know what you've got for your Flex Friday workout of the day. If you don't have anything planned right now, give this back workout a try. You guys are going to love this. So let's get some hearts, guys. If you guys like the T-bar row, give us some hearts. I'm curious if this is something that you guys use in your routine. Give us some hearts if you like that T-bar row. So we'll go 4 sets here, then we're gonna move on to some pull-ups after this. Get our compound movements out of the way first, move on to more of our volume exercises after this. What am I sipping on? I got some Dimetized Amino Pro Fruit Punch today, 2 scoops, giving me 5 grams of amino acids, a little bit of citrulline, a little bit of taurine in there. I like getting taurine in on my back days especially. My lower back tends to get pretty pumped, and that can get kind of annoying when you're halfway through a back workout, so I like taurine. Woo! Set 3. Let's go. You guys will feel this in your legs too. Yesterday was leg day, and I feel my hamstrings as I bend over and I perform this movement. Nothing wrong with that. Here we go, set 3. Now you notice it's not perfect, super strict form on this. The strict form will come later in the workout, but guys, when you're trying to force and produce some muscle growth, occasionally you're going to have to use a little bit of controlled momentum to try to accomplish that progressive overload where we're moving more weight, getting in more volume.
2 questions. From YouTube, how often do you train back?
How often do I train back? I hit back directly 1 time per week. And I do that because back has always been a strength of mine, okay? I don't have to hit it very often, so I only train it once a week.
And on Facebook, Jens wants to know if his forearms are cramping during this exercise, should he use straps?
Yeah. So if your forearms are cramping doing this exercise, guys, get some straps, okay? If I'm doing maybe some deadlifts, you know, there's days where I won't use straps. I don't want to completely not train my forearms, but when you're really going for a heavy and hard back workout like we are today, your forearms are going to give out if you don't have straps. And that's fine if you're trying to work your forearms, but if you want to get the most out of your back, strap up. All right, guys. Last set. T-bar rows, 8 reps. We're feeling good. Let's get it done. Yes. T-bar rows. This is like one of those old school exercises. You do those and you just start feeling like you start feeling like you're Lou Ferrigno or something, right? It's good stuff. I like the T-bar row. Do it right. Try it with the 25-pound plates. Rest there is about 60 to 90 seconds in between sets. Now we're moving on to some pull-ups. So we'll head over here. So for the pull-ups, we're just going to go to failure. So the way that I have it written today is 4 sets to failure. Now, I'm going to go a close grip here because we're going to come back and we're going to hit some assisted pull-ups later with a wide grip, okay? Now, for pull-ups, full range of motion is something that's super important, and it's something that a lot of people don't accomplish when they're doing a pull-up. So we're going to come all the way down and all the way up. What does this mean? I'm not going to get as many reps, okay? 2, you know, pull-ups they're a great exercise for body weight, but my body weight's higher right now as I'm looking to gain weight, so it's a little harder to accomplish more reps. So you have to keep those things in mind when it comes to pull-ups. We're going to do a close grip here. To failure, probably get honestly like 8 good reps. Full range of motion is what's key here. All the way down. So there it is, 8 reps. A lot of people make the mistake of maybe, again, moving too fast on the pull-ups, not incorporating the right tempo for these. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do pull-ups if you're not going all the way down. So what we're really trying to target here is our lats. And in order to hit our lats, we have to get our shoulder blades to completely relax and contract with every rep that we do. So you see a lot of people do pull-ups and it's all biceps. Okay, we're trying to go into the lats by letting those shoulder blades split apart at the top and then squeeze as we start the rep on the way down. So a little harder on your ego, but you guys know what we do. We leave our ego at the door so we can get the most out of our workout. Set 2, here we go. All the way down. Now guys, the most important part of a pull-up is not at the top. It's at the bottom, okay? The top of the pull-up, if you don't get all the way up to your chin, that's okay, because we work a lot of arms when we get past a certain point. This is the action right there that we're looking for in a pull-up. It's getting that shoulder blade involved and not so much interested in getting all the way up to the top. That and, well, I just can't do it, right? So that's what my take is on pull-ups.
When you're in a surplus, how many calories above maintenance are you personally?
Great question. So when I'm in a surplus, how many calories above maintenance am I taking in? Right now, I burn on average about 3,500 calories a day. I aim for 4,000. So I'm about 500 over surplus, or over maintenance. But keep in mind, guys, your calorie burn is an estimate, okay? So you really have to pay close attention to the mirror, to the scale, pay attention to how much fat you're gaining to know whether or not you need to bring your calories up or down. And in all reality, you know, people take it they try and take it too quick. I posted up a Transformation Tuesday picture the other day. Over the course of 7 years, I've gained 22 pounds of lean body mass. It's about 3 pounds a year. Guys, you break that down, you know, that's not much. It's less than a pound every quarter. You start breaking that down, it's less than a quarter pound every month. It's a slow process. All right, set 3. Pull-ups. At the very bottom of the movement, stretch. It's okay to hang there for a minute. If you're going to spend time pausing at the bottom to get a better stretch, there's nothing wrong with that. Pull-ups, never been a strong point for me, so I do them right. I'm not gonna be the guy that's sitting here busting out 20, 30 pull-ups at a time, but I'm gonna make sure I do them right.
Abby on Facebook wants to know an alternative for a T-bar row.
Alternative for a T-bar row, there's tons of them. Okay, if you maybe don't have the setup for a T-bar row, you could always try a bent over barbell row. You could try a bent over dumbbell row. You could try an inverse row on like a Smith machine or with some TRX cables. Number of different things that will accomplish similar results.
Steven on Facebook also wants to know what brand are those wraps you're wearing?
So these guys are VersaGrips that I'm wearing here. I really like the VersaGrips. Mostly just because it's easy to get in and out of. I don't have to actually wrap something around the bar, so I've used them for years. I like them. They work well. All right, guys, last set. Close grip pull-ups. Here we go. Six reps there. Nothing crazy, guys. You know, I'm never, again, no shame in admitting I'm not the guy that can bust out 20 pull-ups in a row, but most guys over 200 pounds are gonna have a hard time doing a bunch of strict pull-ups, and that's what I'm interested in. So next up, going to an incline row on a bench here. We're gonna go 4 sets of 12 reps. So I'll move a bench over here, and we're gonna get this done. I like this because T-bar rows, compound movement, chest is not supported. Now we're gonna move to a chest supported row to try and isolate our mid back and upper back a little more.
So YouTube wants to know your stats. What's your height and weight right now?
My stats right now, I'm 5'11 and a half, if we want to be technical, and woke up this morning at, that's no hair, guys. So the hair does add another inch at least. So 5'11 and a half, woke up this morning completely empty and nude, the way you should weigh yourself. First thing in the morning, 220 pounds. So we're trying to put on a little weight right now, and we're being successful. All right, 12 reps, incline row. Let's get this. We'll go 60 pounds. Really try and focus on that mid to upper back. Biggest mistake people make working back is they fail to get a full range of motion. So you guys will notice here, I'm not right here doing a biceps exercise. I'm all the way down, shoulder blades completely split apart, and then I'm pulling back up, squeezing shoulder blades together.
Roshan from Twitch wants to know, does more reps mean hypertrophy?
Yeah, I mean, in general, guys, your hypertrophy or muscle growth is going to be accomplished in the rep range of about 8 to 14, okay? Anything under 8 is kind of considered strength. And so typically my workouts start with more strength-based reps, and then I move on to more hypertrophy-based reps as time goes on. But keep in mind, everybody responds a little different, okay? You might find that, you know, 5 sets of 5 is a good way to get growth for you. Rest time gets a little shorter as we move into our higher reps. It requires a little less energy than the T-bar row or the pull-up. Great exercise. You can't cheat on this exercise, and that's why I love it so much. Every back workout that you do should include a chest supported row. Should also include a non-chest supported row, so you can make sure you're targeting all areas of the back.
Chloe on YouTube wants to know if pull-ups target every back muscle.
You know, pull-ups are gonna hit a lot of your back, but primarily lats. So depending on the grip too. Now close grip, I'm hitting a little more of my mid back as well. And when you do it right, you're also getting some traps involved as well. Not a ton, but it's primarily a lat-based exercise. So most of my back workouts are going to include 2 pull-up motions and at least 2 row motions with some other isolation work built in. Set 3, 12 reps, incline, chest supported, row. Great exercise, guys. A totally different feel when you support the chest, because now what we're doing is we're taking our lower back out of it and we're able to better isolate that mid and upper back.
So Brian on Facebook wants to know, how does the flare of the elbow affect tension on the muscle in this?
How does the flare of the elbow affect tension on the muscle? Good question. As you flare elbow out, we're going to target a little more of our upper back traps. As we keep elbows in, we're going to target more of those rhomboids right in between the shoulder blades, and even a little more lats doing that. I'll typically try and go about a 45-degree angle, so I get a good mid back workout here. I'm trying to keep the traps out of it as much as I can.
Do you throw in a rear delt as well in your back day?
No, I don't. So the question is, do I throw a rear delt in on my back day? I don't, because I feel like, I mean, even here, all these exercises so far, we've been hitting rear delts. Every pulling motion that you do is going to hit rear delts. I don't see the point in specifically trying to isolate them on a back day. I'll save that for shoulders. All right, guys, last set, best set, chest supported rows. Here we go. Got tough there. And again, the thing I like about this is you can't really cheat. So as it gets hard, you really don't have that opportunity to start rocking or swaying when you shouldn't. We'll rack these guys up. Now we had on the agenda to do a assisted pull-up. We're going to change that, and we're going to do a lat pull-down instead. So we're going to go lat pull-down for 4 sets of 12, and we'll do that right over here. I like the lat pull-down. I'm just looking for something where I can get a wider grip and go for more reps here. So we'll go right here for a lat pull-down. 4 sets of 12 with a wide grip. We went close grip on our pull-ups for lower reps. Now we're going to go wide grip, try and get some more reps. And again, here, it's not the time to throw a bunch of weight on and start using a ton of momentum. For this, we're trying to keep it pretty strict. Slight lean back, focus on the shoulder blades. Here we go. It's a good weight, 160 pounds. You know, it's funny, when I first started training, there's times where I'd put the whole stack on here. And it's just not necessary, not a good way to do something like a lat pull down. So, keys here, you'll notice I'm coming down to about forehead, maybe chin height. There's really no point when you're trying to target your back in coming all the way down to your chest. Again, the key here is in the lat. Are we totally letting the shoulder blade relax? And then are we allowing it to contract as we come down? If we do that, that's when we're really going to target the back.
So you mentioned you don't do rear delts on your back day. How about some biceps?
Yeah, most back days, guys, I'm going to throw in some biceps in there. So just depends. You know, we try and keep these workouts live a little shorter. Back day, usually I'll throw in maybe some BFR for biceps. So I'll throw in something that doesn't take a lot of time but accomplishes a lot of work. And then usually anymore, I'll have an entire day that I dedicate to arms. All right, second set. Lat pull down. Here we go. See, the problem with back training is we're trying to hit a muscle that's all the way back here by attaching a weight right here. So we have to work through wrist joint, elbow joint, and shoulder joint before we even get to the muscle we're trying to target. And that means a lot can go wrong. So you start curling your wrists or pulling too much with your biceps, and all of a sudden you're not using hardly any back at all. So we really have to focus on the right weight, the right tempo, and consciously focus on making that lat contract.
Dylan on YouTube wants to know, how do you work for back thickness?
So how do you work for back thickness? Thickness in your back comes from things like deadlifts. You've got to incorporate deadlifts. Deadlifts should be a staple in your routine. That's at least once a week if you're trying to build back thickness. Things like your T-bar rows are going to be super important as well for building that back thickness. You know, when it comes to actually like isolating your chest supported rows, really good for bringing in detail, but not so good for back thickness. It wasn't until I started deadlifting on a consistent basis that I started getting that thickness to my back. And you'll notice anybody who deadlifts has thick back. All right, guys, third set. Lat pull down. Good tempo, good control. Right to my nose. Full range of motion. Now keep in mind, a little lean back is okay on your lat pull down. You don't need to be perfectly up and down. I get a lot of questions about pull-ups behind the back or lat pull downs behind the neck. Not a big fan. I like a slight lean back. Really focus on the shoulder blades.
For those that are tuning in, you that missed to mention it earlier, why are you not pulling it all the way to your chest and into your nose?
So the reason why I'm not pulling it all the way to my chest is we don't need to in order to activate the lats. So you guys have to remember, we're using the weight attaches to our hand, but we're trying to target this muscle here. There's absolutely no benefit past a certain point. Notice how my back isn't moving at all? If I keep pulling, it doesn't help. Full contraction of the lat is from up here, pull down, right to about there. anymore, and I'm just working mostly biceps. So if you're trying to work biceps, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with coming all the way down. But try that, nice and controlled, focus on that lat, come down to about nose height. You really, really have to make that mind-muscle connection with your lat. Great question though. Nothing wrong with coming down to the chest. If we're trying to isolate the lats, I prefer not to come as low. Last set. Guys, the lats are feeling full. The tempo's right. We're getting a great pump through our lats, through our back. Take some time, hit a few poses in between exercises. Drive the blood into the lats. We're trying to build V-taper here. You guys do your pull-ups right, you do your lat pull-downs right, and what we start getting is that V-taper that every guy wants. If you can't make your waist smaller, make your lats and shoulders bigger. Trainer Mike said it first. There you go, guys.
Kenny on Facebook wants to know, are rack pulls effective? Are they a good replacement for deadlifts?
Rack pulls are not a replacement for deadlifts, but they're a great exercise. So I stopped doing rack pulls a while back because I don't really see the benefit of rack pulls over deadlifts. If I'm gonna do it, may as well fire up the glutes and hamstrings a little more. That's just my opinion. Okay guys, we're moving over here next, rows. And we're gonna use a rope for these rows, and we're gonna incorporate some rest pause sets here as well. So for this, we are going to focus on pulling back, really squeezing the lats here, really trying to get full range of motion. And we're gonna, each set, so we're gonna go 3 sets of 10, but after each set, we're gonna pause for about 5 seconds, and we're gonna do 8 more, okay? Good technique to use this rest pause technique if you're looking for a little something different for your back workout. So again, set of 10, pause for about 5 seconds, immediately do a set of 8 after that. I love using the rope. Love, love, love the rope for rows. It's gonna be a little too much weight, I can tell already. Full range of motion here. So 10, watching the clock. I'm gonna give it 5 seconds, and I'm gonna do 8 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the rest pause allows you to hit a little more depth into the back than you would normally hit. It's going to exhaust you a little bit, but we're looking for that range where the first 10 reps are pretty close to failure. Give yourself just enough time to recharge, and then we're busting out, hopefully 8 more reps after that. Great, great technique to use on a muscle group like back.
So full range of motion is to the chest, you're not pulling past.
Correct. Again, guys, we don't need to pull past a certain point. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to target in between the shoulder blades. We're trying to target lower traps and rhomboids, which are right between your shoulder blades. So to accomplish that, we stretch and then we squeeze And really past a certain point, it's all biceps. So we're trying to get the full stretch and then squeeze, and then back to the full stretch and squeeze. That's how you target back. If you don't pay attention to your shoulder blades doing back, you're not hitting your back right. We're trying to hit back. We're trying to keep biceps out of it for the most part. Set 2. The rope though. Guys, if you have not used the rope, tried the rope for your rows, you're missing out. This is a great way to help target that mid-back. 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. 5 seconds. Couple deep breaths. 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might get a little sloppy on your second set there, but that's okay. We're really trying to focus on those shoulder blades. Really trying to focus on pulling low as well. If you pull too high, we get a lot of traps involved. Traps automatically want to take over, and we're trying to encourage other muscle groups to work instead. A lot of fluid on a back day, super important. Big muscle groups.
KT on Twitch wants to know how long you've been working out and how many days a week do you work out?
So I've been working out for 11 years and consistently 5 to 6 days a week. I don't think I've gone a week where I train less than 3 times a week, at least getting something in. So yeah, about 6 days a week right now. We train Monday through Saturday and we take Sunday off. All right, guys, back is feeling good, feeling full. We're trying to build the detail, the V-taper, the thickness in that middle back. And this workout will hit all areas of your back. Last set, really focusing on making the most out of this one here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 5-second break. Mentally recharge. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! That's good. Try the rest pause. You guys are gonna like that if you haven't done it before and you're looking for something different to get a little more out of your back workout. Now we're gonna go to a straight arm pull down, same technique, rest pause, 3 sets. We're gonna go 10 reps and then 8 after the rest. So we're gonna do it on a straight bar over here this time. I like to switch between a rope and a straight bar for my uprights. And actually, sometimes the problem with the lat pull down is that you end up hitting the top of the rack. So we'll do it over here. This will make a little more sense, but I am going to use a straight bar. A good post-workout. Guys, post-workout you're looking for 40 grams of whey isolate. So I like using Dimetized ISO 100, peanut butter, current favorite flavor. You're looking for some carbs. I like something simple like a banana. That does the trick for me. I actually like blending my shakes post-workout whenever possible. I like to get the most out of it. So I'll typically do a scoop and a half of ISO 100, 1 banana, almond milk, ice, sea salt to give it a little extra flavor, and then usually top it with like some puffed rice. That's a good one right there, guys. Go to the store, pick up its 1 ingredient, puffed rice or puffed corn, add it to a thick shake, totally changes it. Thank me later. It's a good one. All right, pulling straight bar over here. We're gonna go 3 sets of 10 with an 8 rep drop set here. Gonna start off at 110. Here we go. Five-second pause. Mentally recharge. I'm gonna go a little wider here. 8 more. Squeeze. Woo! Ha! The lats, you can just feel the blood. If you're looking to build more width, this is a good workout for you. We're putting in a lot of blood into the lats. It feels really good. Same thing applies to this exercise before. It's all about the shoulder blades. So we're letting them split apart, and then we're really squeezing them and sticking out the chest as we come down.
Question on YouTube, what's your favorite protein flavor?
Favorite protein flavor? Guys, I'm a peanut butter whore, and I'll be the first one to admit it. So, peanut butter, ISO 100, hands down favorite flavor. Close second, chocolate peanut butter. Third favorite, chocolate coconut. 90% of the time, it's a peanut butter shake. That one was a home run. But generally, what was that? No, I don't add peanut butter to it. And if you guys, again, shameless plug, if you guys haven't tried the peanut butter ISO 100, you don't need to add peanut butter to it. It tastes like you're drinking a jar of peanut butter. And for those of you who, dream about peanut butter at night, I've had that dream before. Just like a jar, Costco size, peanut butter, drinking that. Give it a try. All right, guys, second set. 2, 3, 4, 8. All right, 5-second break. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Oh, a little sloppy, but we're digging deep there. We are digging deep.
Question from YouTube. Can you work out the back with only dumbbells at home?
Can you work out the back with only dumbbells at home? Yes, you can, to a certain point. I don't know how heavy your dumbbells are, but you can get a lot of really good work done with just dumbbells at home. The challenge that you have is, do you have a place to do pull-ups? Because because of the way gravity is, if we have trouble getting this motion in, it's going to be really hard to get a full back workout in where you're good and developed. So yes, you can mostly be able to target the mid-back. If you really want to get a good lat workout in, you've got to have some kind of pull down motion as well.
When you're doing this exercise, is your body at a 45-degree angle?
Yeah, about 45-degree angle. Okay, we're bent forward a little bit, sticking the butt out so we can get a good stretch. The only reason why I don't come all the way up and down is because I couldn't get a good stretch if I'm right here. So I have to come back to allow those lats to stretch. Remember this, better stretch, better contraction. So if you're not getting a really good stretch on each and every rep, the likelihood that you're not getting a good contraction is pretty high. Okay, last set. Let's finish this sucker off strong. 5-second break. Things are burning, blood's flowing, but we're gonna push and dig even deeper. Definitely hitting failure there. So that's it, guys. That's the back workout you guys need to try. Check it out. You guys can follow me along on Instagram at TrainerMike1. Answer your questions there. I'm on Facebook at Michael Hildebrandt. Go in and like the athlete page there. For those of you on YouTube, check out my channel at Michael Hildebrandt. Happy to answer any questions you guys have. That's today's Flex Friday back workout. I'm going to check it out with a little back shot for you. Boom.